Hi everyone, I can't believe this, I'm doing another video the day after I did the other one, and probably the day after I did that one. You're going to be getting overload. I was going to do a short and silly one about TV programmes which we like, but me and Kez have just been talking about love. What else would I be talking about but love? And we were thinking, where does love come from, and how much love do we have, etc, etc. Just talking it through. And I was thinking, well, of course the scriptures will tell you that God is love, and the mothers among us who have just given birth in the most awful, dramatic, painful way will then just look at this baby and all the thoughts of the pain go away because we have this overwhelming love. Now, I think we have a God-shaped hole, and to be filled with love, what I'm saying is a love-shaped hole if you want. And I'm wondering whether the more that we receive love, excuse the dog, no, go away please. The more that we receive love, the more that we can give. Now, I've always thought that I am very blessed with love because, well, as you know, I love you and I can't stop loving you. Even when I'm hurt, I still love you. And some of you who have been with me for a long time now, I care for dearly. And I've always thought that I am blessed with love because my mum was. And she had a tremendous amount of love. And I sort of felt as if it was passed down, like Blue Eyes is passed down, that this wonderful gift of loving. And then when she died, I found a lot of prayers that she'd written and just nice things that she'd written, and I realised that she too had received a lot of love. But you see, when you live in a small place in the countryside and you don't know nobody, when you're growing up, all that you know is your family. And so if you have a bad family life, well then you think that's all there is. When in fact, later on I found out that my mum, of course, had had a growing up and etc, etc. And she had received a lot of love. Now, so many of you are frightened to give love, because if you do, you're going to be hurt. Well, yeah, that's true. You are going to be hurt. But there's also going to be some wonderful, wonderful times when you are so loved that God-shaped or love-shaped hole inside of you will get bigger and bigger and bigger, and then you'll be able to share it with other people. So the question being, besides wringing my dog's neck, the question being is, where do you get your love from? And when you've got it, are you prepared to give it away? Now I do know that some of you are prepared to give it away, because I sometimes feel overwhelmed in a beautiful way of the love that you give me. And sometimes when I can be feeling just that little bit uneasy, she's trying to keep the dog quiet.
Molly, go away.
Where is it?
Molly, you've lost it.
I lost it.
Molly's lost it.
This is a ball. That down there is a revolting dog.
Molly, say hello. Molly.
Look up there so you can say hello.
Hello, Molly.
This here is the best animal in the universe.
Oh, no.
Aren't you, my darling? So, what was I talking about? As if I don't remember. So, just to finalise, where do you get your love from? And who do you give it back to? I know most of us have partners. Some of us don't, actually, when I come to think of it. Says me, living with my daughter. So of course you love your partner. I hope you do. But where else do you give your love, and where else do you receive it from? So that's just my question for today. And I'd love it if somebody would answer me who I haven't heard of before. Some of you people, men, women, child, dog, who are listening to the sound of my voice and yet have never subscribed to me, or who have never spoken to me before. So where do you get your love from? And more important, where do you give it to? Okay. Well, this is wonderful now, because when Kerry does it, it's so easy for me, because I just suddenly think, oh, I'll do a video. And Kerry says, yes.
Of course not. No.
So thanks, everybody. Take care. And I'll probably speak to you tomorrow if this rate goes up. God bless you. I love you with all of my heart. Especially those of you who know. And on that point, God bless everyone. Bye. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Lovely, Petra.